Libra, welcome to your I'm going to pick this card because it's just like almost burst through. Mid-December 2022, General Tarot reading update. It's Raina here. All right. The heart of the matter is the Nine of Pentacles. You know what? The first thing that came over me was I thought of somebody who put in their, whatever you call it, pink slip, or no, that's what you get when you're fired, whatever. Just put in the resignation recently, and now are just like kind of sitting there eating bonbons all day. That's how I see this situation that you're in, where you're luxuriating in your financial abundance. And you know what? Because I was thinking about, obviously this is not going to be true for 100% of Libra people. I was thinking of like if you're a barista and you're overworked and you're underpaid and you're like, yeah, right, sure. Well, that's in your mind. That's what you're looking for or wanting. You might not have it, but that's what you want. Some of you have it, some of you want it. In the past position, we have the Seven of Wands. This is a card, you can see this person's almost like using this as a weapon, but they're kind of defending themselves. So it's like feeling under the gun for some reason. Let's say you're in a relationship, which a lot of Libra people tend to be in. Either they're leaving one, they're starting another, usually. But let's say you're in a relationship and you're constantly having to defend yourself from that other person. I'm not talking about physically, like they're hitting you or something, but just this feeling that you're never good enough, that they're kind of doing something to you like that. The Queen of Pentacles can be like, you don't need that. Isn't there that, didn't Tyler Perry come out with something like, I can do bad all by myself or something, but you can do well all by yourself. You don't need anyone. You probably have, your own financial, like self-sufficiency. That's kind of what the Nine of Pentacles is about. So why do you need this in your life is the question. So you don't need someone else's income. If you're working at a job where you're not appreciated, where you are criticized excessively, that could be something that, in a way, you could say it's the universe prompting you to change course. The higher message kind of goes along with this, the Eight of Cups, leaving what no longer serves you. So this idea of, being in a situation where there's not really a lot of positive, gains from that environment. And it's not fulfilling to your soul. This can even be like a spiritual quest where you're looking for more meaning in life, but it comes about. It's like saying this is your time for that. And these other things that are happening, they're kind of helping you to be able to do this. Maybe you never would have done it if everything was harmonious in your life. And remember that in 2023, you're going to have eclipses in your sign and your opposite sign of Aries. So it's going to be a time when relationships are tested, when you are tested in terms of like understanding that the only constant in life is change. And if you have been clinging to a familiar situation, that isn't going to make you be able to keep that situation, and it could actually make the transition much more difficult. What crosses you is the Nine of Wands. This is a card of boundaries. You may not have boundaries in your life. You may be saying yes when you mean no, Libra. This is a common trait, the people-pleasing trait of Libra. And that is on you, in terms of, if you see your life and say, why does this always happen to me? Why are people always, why are people never satisfied with me? Why do they always criticize me? Well, if you didn't have boundaries and you allowed people to speak to you a certain way and treat you a certain way, then it's like you're teaching people how to treat you by what you allow in your life with them. So these things will start to change. And here we have what's coming in. Six of Wands. This is a card of success, but it's also a card of taking your bow, like receiving accolades for a job well done. It's possible that some situation will come about in your work life where somebody will see how awesome you are. Even if you've been getting a lot of negative feedback, somebody or some people will see that you really are amazing. Sometimes people get criticized because the other person feels threatened by them. Don't get it twisted. It's not always because you suck. Sometimes it's because they feel that they suck, or that you're better than them, so they want to kind of eliminate you from the competition. And there may be a Leo individual who is around you, who cares about you, and maybe that person can reflect back to you your good qualities. Nobody can make you feel good about yourself, but if they have a good opinion of you and you're hanging out with them, they can, kind of make you realize, hey, you know what? I am a good person. I am worthy. And I am going to honor myself. The outcome is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is a card of, this is kind of like a card of work ethic. Nose to the grindstone type of situation. So you may make, like, if you are not happy where you are, you may have second thoughts if somebody does give you some praise, and you might say, well, I'll stick it out for some time. But it can simply be a case where you are starting to value yourself more. And therefore, if you still are working someplace and you know that this isn't really the best for you, that you're making those plans. You know that you have money, but maybe you want more to have in reserve, and that's why you're still working there. There's Taurus energy with the Knight of Pentacles. So it can be a work matter. It can be salary issues. Maybe that's one of the things that is going on, a salary negotiation. But I still say with the Eight of Cups that this is about, first and foremost, about you feeling fulfilled in your work, in your love life. You have Neptune transing your 6th house, I believe. So that can lead you to work of a more spiritual nature, healing nature, and maybe you're undergoing like a spiritual transformation right now, a spiritual upgrade, whatever you want to call it, and that is influencing the type of work that you want to do, that your heart isn't in it, but you might just keep going for now until you decide it's the right time to go on the next leg of that journey. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.